Let's look at that again. One more time, from another angle. I've never asked for much from you, Rick. Except for Extreme Measures. The one time I've ever asked a favor from you, I wanted you, for a change, to watch my back. Because it was my first chance at singles gold in PCW. I'd gone through the Inter-California title tournament, and I was in the finals. Just make sure that I leave that building with the gold, is what I asked you. But you were nowhere to be found, and that's... I should have known that's typical Rick Luxury. And the funny thing is, after I lost, you come up to me and say, Dave, forget about that for now. Just make sure that Pink Mink Inc. brings home the heavyweight championship, retains the PCW heavyweight championship. And it's funny that you say Pink Mink Inc. brings home that title, because it wasn't about Pink Mink Inc. It wasn't about Matt, myself, you, Marcus. It was just about you. It was just about Rick Luxury. It was the Rick Luxury show. PCW, quite frankly, is the Rick Luxury show. But no longer. That is exactly why I hit you in the head with that chair. Because I'm tired of being your crony, Rick. I'm tired of making sure your ass gets saved at the end of every single show. You see, the grand prize for any aspiring wrestler in PCW is the heavyweight championship. That championship that you and MPT have been monopolizing for the last 3 years in virtually every main event. But no longer, you see. I've interjected myself in there, as is Dylan Drake. Because Dylan and I see eye to eye on one thing, and that's that we both consider ourselves the future. We both consider ourselves winners, and we both consider ourselves champions. And your generation has come and gone. You're an old dog with very little new tricks, Rick. And it shocks me even more that a guy like Marcus Mack, when I gave him the ultimatum of coming with me, coming with the Futura, or staying with the old dog, stayed with Rick Luxury, of all people. Marcus, Rick Luxury isn't going anywhere. Rick Luxury is a big fish in a small pond. And Rick Luxury likes being that big fish in a small pond. He's not going to advance anywhere. He's everybody's favorite weekend warrior. Dave Dutra is becoming that big fish in a small pond, and Dave Dutra will eventually go to the big pond. And that's where you should have wanted to go. Ride that road with the star of the show. But no, Marcus. You chose to go with Rick, a guy with virtually no brains, as evidenced with Extreme Measures. Not only did I hit his head with that chair, knocking him virtually unconscious, but when he finally came to, the smartest thing he could do is rekindle a friendship with his quote-unquote enemy for the last 3 years and then dance like an idiot in the middle of the ring. So now, it looks like I'm going to have a one-on-one contest with you, Rick, and it looks like I'm going to have to embarrass you in front of everyone watching in Yuba City. Embarrass you once I post it on YouTube in front of everyone worldwide, and just to prove to you that your time has indeed gone. And now it's time for the Futura. Now it's time for Double D, Dave Dutra.